Hello, friends and enemies. Audio is way too high. This is a little disclaimer telling you that you need to have a dual analog controller. The PlayStation was originally released without one. I can't remember, I think it was 2 years or so after the PlayStation release that it got the DualShock controller. But this is a game that I first discovered back probably around when it was released, I guess 1999. I think I first saw it from a magazine disc. It was released on PlayStation Underground. There was a one-level demo, and it just grabbed me. I don't know why. I'm not into, and I wasn't really into Japanese culture and Japanese aesthetic and stuff like that. I went through a phase where I did, and I still do appreciate certain animes like Ghost in the Shell and Akira and things like that, but, I'm not an otaku by any stretch of the imagination. But this is a really innovative game. Oh shit, what the hell's happening? Cutscene. This is a really innovative game that really took advantage of the new dual analog control system. Sort of like when you... Well, I don't know how many people watching this can relate, but when you went to the arcade when you were a kid and you played Rampart with a big trackball and just felt right, or if anyone played Pong or Arkanoid and things like that with the dial controls, it's just sort of the control system works. It's sort of the game is built around that. I became somewhat obsessed with cooking games after this game, but nothing has come close, really. Some other games have played with the management side of cooking and running a restaurant. This one doesn't really explore that at all. It's purely about multitasking as fast as you can, which I imagine a regular kitchen is kind of like. I don't read Japanese either, by the way, so I think this is a new game. So... Jesus, does this continue? I don't know. Let's pick one. So yeah, I mean, there was Cooking Mama on the Wii, which, was a fun enough distraction, I guess, and Order Up on the Wii was pretty good. It had pretty good management stuff, and it sort of took advantage of the control system that the Wii was pushing with its motion controls, but they were always kind of loose, and the dual analog control is just so tight and so precise, and when you play this game, you basically use the dual analog sticks for everything, and it feels fantastic to chop, to fry, to flip patties and all this stuff. It just works, and my god, this game has a lot of text and a plot that I don't understand. I assume it's something about saving your grandfather's restaurant or something, I guess. I don't know. And then Cook Serve Delicious was another cooking game that I enjoyed quite a bit, and that was on multiple platforms, and it did pretty well at capturing this, but that was pushing buttons. There was no tactile feel to it, whereas this game, which you'll see in a second, the analog stick control just makes it sing. So a lot of my friends kind of roll their eyes when I talk about cooking games, but if they watch this video, they might understand why I think it's an awesome concept that just needs to be pushed further. So just before we jump into the game here, I'll explain sort of how it works. On the left-hand side, you've got 5 order slots. You can see that the blue finger is pointing to them. You'd use the D-pad to select orders, and then I think it would be circle on a PlayStation controller. I'm running this in an PSX emulator. And then down below you've got your 4 cooking utensils, I guess. So you can combo things up, like chop a bunch of onions. Like if the 3 orders come up and they involve chopping vegetables, you can chop them all and then throw all 3 of them into the frying pan. So you're encouraged to sort of like, almost like waiting for that straight line in Tetris, you know, you're trying to wait to combo things up to make the whole cooking process more efficient. Geez, they talk a lot. And in the top right, you can see the analog sticks will tell you what to do with the sticks, and you can see just how delicate you can get. I love pouring beer in this game. So, almost a perfect pour. Chopping feels awesome. So this is an example of the multitasking I was talking about. So those two I can put in the same pot together. I'll get this beer out of the way first, though. That wasn't quite good enough. 2 fingers of head, I think, is what they want. That's what I saw in a YouTube video about pouring the perfect beer. We'll throw those in the pot to cook. They start off blue, and when they turn to a normal color and start steaming, that means they're ready to come off. And then I pour an arbitrary amount of Japanese sauce in here. I really don't know how much. Obviously not enough that time, so. These yellow tasks come up sometimes. This is like, I guess someone's disappointed, I have to give a refund, I don't know. You get the idea. All the characters and animation stuff below is just for fun. The real meat of the game is in these menus and the analog stick thing that tells you what motions you're supposed to be doing in order to accomplish the various tasks of cooking. So we can throw all 4 of those into the pot. We'll pour this beer, try to make it a really nice one. 9. Still can't get that perfect pour. That's done. Let's put a bit more sauce in this time. Bit better. 8. Come on. That was 2 fingers ahead. What is that? Tofu? Ooh, I cut my fingers there. Ugh. Ouch. Yet I get a 10. So I guess the customers don't really mind a little bit of flesh in their food as long as it's diced well. That wasn't a great pour. Finally. Throw all those on. And there's that meter on the right-hand side, and once the one gets to the top, we'll be done with this level. Nice. Okay. I think the green menu, when the green orders come up, it's a food critic or something, so it's extra important to do well on that order. So we'll put that on separately just so we can give it some extra care. I'll wait for this to start steaming. Okay, not great. Well, we're done the level anyway. So we did well enough. I don't know what the hell Grandpa's talking about here. I think he's probably pretty satisfied. Maybe surprised at how adept we are at cooking. I don't know. And then you have a boss battle after each level, where the cartoony characters and stuff from below vanish, and you have this competitive. There's a 2-player battle mode in this game too, where you can take your friends on, but you've got to be accustomed to the game controls because you no longer have the analog sticks to reference and stuff like that. We'll play 2 levels of this game. I think the fast food level is fun because we, as well, I assume most of the people watching this are Westerners, can relate to that a little bit more. Throw that on the element. There we go. And without the analog thing there to tell me how much sauce to put in, it's all guesswork for me. And some cockroaches showed up in my restaurant, so I gotta take care of this problem. Food safety violation. A lot of beer to pour. Oh, that was awful. I made up for that. Oh, that burned a little bit. 8, okay. You can see in that meter I'm really dominating. I guess it's, am I facing off against my grandfather? I'm assuming that's my grandfather. I really have no idea. Maybe I'm trying to take this restaurant over or something. It's just some old man who's, I think, is ready to retire, maybe. You know, come on, free up some jobs for us young people. Okay. Pretty good. I'm almost, there we go. Take that, old man, you loser. It's time to ship this guy to a nursing home. I don't think he has a place in the market anymore. Okay. And here we go. This is a forlorn saxophone music here. Well, I guess it is kind of sad. The old man has been crushed. You know, he realizes he doesn't have the dexterity anymore to compete against a young and up-and-coming chef like me. Damn. I don't know what this is. One of them is save, I think. The yellow one? I don't know. I guess it wasn't. So this is the next competitor, I guess. He looks as young as I am, so this could be a challenge. Cutscenes, there's some, you know, there's just a lot of story in this game, and I have no idea what's going on. Somehow I graduated from cooking, like, maybe that's Japanese fast food cuisine, I don't know, but I'm off to a McDonald's, basically. So, scraping the bottom of the barrel a little bit here. Maybe I'm strapped for cash. Again, there was a menu there. It was like 1, 2, 3. I have no idea what they're asking me. Food fast. Huh. Well, I should have probably waited to combo up those fries with some more fries. Ugh, and there they are. Oh well. Salt them. Just a little bit of salt. That's too much, probably. It was. These drinks, ooh, nice. I always have a little bit of trouble pouring these drinks perfectly, but looks like I've gotten over. I don't know what. Is this a turnip or something? I don't know. People eat turnip burgers in this game. Here's an onion. So each patty only seems to have one component, but you can see that I can combo these all up and then beat the meat, as it were, together. Let's throw these fries on before we... Are these fries going to be done first? I think they are. Are they? Yes. And we'll put an arbitrary amount of ketchup on there. 9. Very nice. Very nice. Washing dishes. This is fun. You rotate the right analog stick. It's really all about the control, the user interface in this game, how you interface with the game with these dual analog sticks. It's a very arcadey experience, but also forces you to think quickly because of the multitasking elements. Should have waited. It's gonna burn. Already we're done. So I don't know if it's worth doing this boss battle. I don't know if I can even quit out of this boss battle. I think you guys get the gist of it. Guys and gals, if there are any gals watching this. Oh boy. Exit, I hope. Okay. So that's the basics. There's other weird stuff in this game. I think this is single player. What is this? Okay, this is like a 3-minute cooking thing. I guess it's like a quick play. Well, it takes a while to get back to the main menu, doesn't it? Versus mode is the multiplayer I was talking about, so you can face off against your friends. This... I have no idea what this is. I'll skip that cutscene though. Yeah, I was taking a look at this the other day. There's some really weird stuff here. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. This one kind of makes sense. I'll show it for a second, I guess. It's just a little throw-in minigame that involves blowing up balloons, and you're trying to blow up the balloon to... You use the right analog stick, and try to blow up the balloon without it popping. I mean, why the hell would you want to do this when you could be cooking burgers and pouring beers and stuff like that? I guess you get a little bit of value added. This is the weirdest thing in the game, though. It's, I think this is like, like I said, I can't read Japanese, but I can only guess that this is warning the player that you're about to enter a bizarre section of the game that has absolutely no relation to anything else. It's like a multi-track. It's like a beat maker. It's really weird. Left analog stick controls, I don't know, one of them controls pitch and velocity, the other one controls velocity or something. And the right, I mean, what? Who thought this belonged in a cooking game? It's really strange. So I guess if you're in culinary arts school, but you also have a dream of being a DJ, then this game would be good to pick up. You can adjust the tempo as well using the, I guess that would be the, what would that be? X, I think, on a PlayStation controller. Anyway, bizarre. Incredibly bizarre. What's this? Again, it's warning us, you're about to enter Japan. Right, I gave this a try and I just... No button actually seems to do anything. There's those... It looks like there's the 2 analog sticks in those boxes, but they literally do nothing. You can hear me, I'm trying to do something, but... Oh, what the hell? Okay... I have no idea. It's Japan, folks. It's just bizarro world. What is this stuff? And then this is a boat rowing mini game thing. This kind of makes sense in the context of the game because the dual analog sticks were an innovation at the time, but I think it's been done a lot better. Games like Ape Escape and stuff on PlayStation did that. And what's this? I mean, it looks like it should be cooking related.
Ready?
I hope I'm ready. God. So you control temperature. I guess you're trying to cook the perfect steak. How do I flip it? Okay, I can shake the pan around. Didn't do well there. Another one, I guess it's one of those games, I really wish I could read a manual for, or maybe I'm glad I can't, because this kind of looks like crap compared to the actual game. So that is Ore no Ryouri. It's also known as My Cooking, I think is how it directly translates. I always knew it as I Am the Chef. So, This is what got me interested in cooking games, and really it's the only good one, to be honest. The reason I thought about this game was because I'm cheap, and I'm also pretty poor, so I buy a lot of game bundles. That's somewhat contradictory, I guess. But I got a game called Pizza Express, I think it was called, in one of those bundles, which was about managing the pizza restaurant in sort of an 8-bit style, and it seems kind of charming. I don't think I'll get into it, but I think I'll probably showcase it on the channel here. And it just reminded me of this game, and it also reminded me of Pizza Tycoon and stuff, so that was a fun little game back in the day. So I think I played Pizza Tycoon before I played this game, and that maybe that's where a little bit of my understanding of how cooking could sort of become a fun game began. But I've gone on to, back before I lost my ambition for everything, trying to make a cooking board game and stuff like that, and that was a miserable failure. you know, turning a dozen sand timers up and down and moving cubes around the board doesn't sound like a lot of fun, and if you try to design a board game around it, I think you'll probably discover it's not all that much fun either. Maybe one day I'll take another look at that and see what I can do, but yeah, this is Ori no Ryouri, My Cooking, I Am the Chef, released in 1999, 17 years ago. Oh, I was a wee lad. How old was I? 15, I guess. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed this little look at what you know, my friends hopefully now will understand. You know, cooking games don't always have to suck. This is one of the few that doesn't. So hope everyone's having a good day or a good night whenever you're watching this video, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, take care. Bye bye.